I rejected a girl in the worst way possible. When I was 16, I befriended a girl, and we used to play Minecraft PE together. She was nice and funny, so I had lots of fun with her. One day I decided to ask her age. She said 14, and I couldn't believe she was just tall, and I mean very tall. Even if everyone was taller than me, she was just gigantic. One day we decided to watch anime together, so I placed 2 chairs for us to sit, but she just ignored the second chair and decided to squeeze together in my chair and make as much skin contact as possible. It was a very obvious sign, but I still was shocked. She was into me? But girls don't like short guys, it can't be possible. After I realized the truth, I got a slight confidence boost, and decided that if she ever asked me out, I would just accept. I wasn't in a position to be choosy anyway. That's when I realized she was 14 and I was 16. In 2 years I would be an adult, and she would still be underage. I could end up in jail. That enormous age gap was too dangerous. So, it was better to reject her. So one day, she came over on the sidewalk and finally said, "Hey, I kinda like you, you know? You didn't answer when I asked last time, you made me sad." When did she ask? My response that day was, "Ooh, I'm okay." Proceeds to walk past her with a blank stare. She disappeared and I haven't got news about her since. I regret to this day that I could have been a bit nicer and less cold and explained the reason, but social anxiety got me. I gave myself diarrhea to punish my shitty neighbor. I live in a 12-foot by 12-foot room with a bathroom. I've lived here for over a year. This building was originally a motel built in the 1950s. There is no privacy here. The walls are a single layer of brick, and for some reason, sound travels strangely. From speaking with the previous neighbor, I know that people in the next room can hear me whisper, but I can only hear my neighbor if he is somewhat loud. My newest neighbor has drug and anger issues. He beat a woman on the street over an argument about cigarettes and spent 9 months in jail. The jail worked with the housing authority to put him next to me. Here are a few more critical details. 1. This guy wants it to be silent all the time. If I blow my nose with any volume, he bangs his cupboards, drags a chair, or slams his door. He also does that if I audibly fart. It doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He wants silence. 2. My bathroom fan stopped working a month before he got here. 3. After many years of abusing my body, I have developed irritable bowel syndrome. I can't eat garlic or onions or I will fully evacuate everything in 90 minutes or less. 4. This guy has never actually spoken to me. He expects me to understand his door slamming language, so he gets a hood rat girlfriend and they are in bed together. I didn't know because I wear my headphones pretty much all day long and I farted and she was super offended. He started slamming his door and at that moment I was embarrassed and I went for a walk to a gas station down the road. This led to a pattern of him slamming his door in the evening to get me out of my unit so he could try and catch syphilis. Well, now it's cold and fuck that, I'm not going anywhere. It's 10:30 p.m. and he's banging on his door right now lol. So, this morning I woke up early and took a Hannah's shit. I waited 2 hours and took a super quick but super hot shower. I kept the bathroom door closed except very briefly. Around 4:30 he starts banging around and slamming his door to let me know he wants me to leave. As I'm leaving, I open the bathroom door and crank the AC. I go to the local soup kitchen and get a sandwich and cigarettes. I come back maybe an hour later and I'll be damned because his windows are fogged up. I was surprised at this because there was no steam on the mirror when I left, but maybe the AC and the local humidity did the trick. The point is that a steaming cloud of my IBS shit went into his little room like a Cold War chemical weapon. When I walked into my unit, he started making retching noises and dragging his hand across the window to show how much condensation there was. I don't understand this guy because his window and door were closed. But that was several hours ago and he now making as much noise as he can to try and keep me from going to sleep. He's opening cupboards and turning his faucet on and off and moving his chair, etc. Honestly, I feel like the universe is on my side and this is a bit of karma for him. I'm comfortably in bed under my covers typing this while living in his head in a shitty motel rent-free. My dad is rich because he beat up a bully in middle school. My dad, when he was in 7th grade, saw a bully punch a kid repeatedly at lunch while the kid did nothing to stop it. My dad sucker punched the bully, knocked him out and stomped on his head. The kid had a stroke and the family of the bully wanted to press charges. The kid's father was so grateful he paid for my dad's lawyers and they established a friendship that will lead to my dad finding an incredible job in MLB. I corrected a cashier about the price and felt conflicted. Went to this small family-owned place for some stuff and the old woman, the owner, undercharged the shit out of me. I made a face and said, "No, that doesn't sound right." And she says, "What? Is it too expensive?" And I told her that it wasn't expensive enough. She notices where she went wrong and corrects the price, laughs and thanks me, and I leave. All the while I feel like a fool for not taking advantage and saving money. But then, I feel like a fool for thinking of taking advantage of this old woman's mistake. I've felt weird about this all day now, questioning whether I did the best thing or if I should have acted differently, not said anything at it. I don't believe in karma, and the source of the conflict is that it seems to me many times the people who get ahead in life, amass wealth, and are successful aren't the good, kind-hearted women of integrity. It seems like it's the ruthless, the greedy, those that take every advantage even at cost to others. That's how it feels anyway. Part of me thinks to be successful you should be like that. If you aren't cheating, you aren't trying mentality. The other part of me is disgusted that I feel that way because it's immoral.